The Whispering Pines. In a small, tucked-away village named Eldergrove, where the air was always sweet with the scent of blooming wildflowers and the gentle rustle of leaves filled the atmosphere, there stood a quaint little cottage. This cottage, with its weathered wooden beams and a roof covered in soft moss, belonged to an elderly woman named Agnes. Agnes was known throughout the village for her warm smile, her delicious apple pies, and her ability to weave stories that could transport anyone to far-off lands. The cottage was surrounded by a garden that seemed to have a life of its own. Sunflowers stood tall, their golden heads following the sun as it moved across the sky. Lavender bushes swayed gently in the breeze, filling the air with their calming fragrance. In the corner of the garden, a small pond reflected the sky, its surface often disturbed by the playful splashes of frogs and the occasional visit from a curious dragonfly. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Agnes would settle into her favorite rocking chair on the porch. The chair creaked softly, a comforting sound that blended with the chirping of crickets and the distant hoot of an owl. It was during these quiet moments that she would share her stories with the children of Eldergrove, who would gather around her like moths drawn to a flame. One particular evening, as the stars began to twinkle in the deepening sky, a gentle breeze carried the laughter of children to Agnes's ears. She smiled, her heart swelling with warmth. Tonight, she decided, she would tell them the story of the Whispering Pines. "Gather around, my dear ones," she called, her voice as soothing as a lullaby. The children, with their wide eyes and eager hearts, settled at her feet, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of fireflies dancing in the twilight. Long ago, in a time when the world was still young, there was a forest known as the Whispering Pines. Agnes began, her voice weaving a tapestry of magic. This forest was unlike any other. The trees were tall and majestic, their trunks thick and sturdy, and their needles whispered secrets to one another in the wind. It was said that if you listened closely, you could hear the trees sharing stories of the past, tales of love, bravery, and adventure. The children leaned in closer, their imaginations ignited. Agnes continued, "In the heart of this forest lived a young girl named Alara. She had hair as dark as the night sky and eyes that sparkled like the stars. Alara was known for her kindness and her love for all living things. She would often wander through the forest, talking to the animals and listening to the whispers of the trees. One day, while exploring a part of the forest she had never ventured into before, Alara stumbled upon a clearing bathed in golden sunlight. In the center of the clearing stood a magnificent tree, larger than any she had ever seen. Its bark was a deep, rich brown, and its branches stretched out like welcoming arms. As she approached, she could hear the tree whispering softly, its voice like a gentle breeze. "Welcome, dear child," the tree said, its voice resonating deep within her heart. "I am the guardian of the Whispering Pines. I have watched over this forest for centuries, and I have a special task for you." Alara's eyes widened in wonder. "What can I do to help?" she asked eagerly. The guardian smiled, its leaves shimmering in the sunlight. "The forest is in need of your kindness. There are creatures who have lost their way, and they need your guidance to find their homes. Will you help them?" Without hesitation, Alara nodded. "I will do anything I can." And so, the guardian bestowed upon her a gift, a small glowing acorn. This acorn holds the magic of the forest. When you plant it, it will grow into a tree that will guide lost souls back to their homes. With a heart full of purpose, Alara took the acorn and set off on her journey. She traveled through the forest, helping animals find their way, mending broken wings, and soothing frightened hearts. Each time she helped a creature, she felt the warmth of the forest's magic flowing through her, filling her with joy. As the days turned into weeks, Alara planted the glowing acorn in the center of the clearing. She watched in awe as it sprouted into a beautiful tree, its branches adorned with shimmering leaves that glowed softly in the moonlight. The tree became a beacon of hope for all the lost creatures of the forest. One evening, as Alara sat beneath the tree, she noticed a small, trembling rabbit. Its fur was matted, and its eyes were wide with fear. "What's wrong, little one?" she asked gently. "I've lost my way," the rabbit sniffled. "I can't find my family." Alara smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry. If you follow me, I will help you find them." She led the rabbit to the glowing tree, and as they approached, the leaves began to shimmer brighter. The rabbit's eyes widened in amazement. "Just close your eyes and think of your family," Alara instructed. The rabbit did as she said, and soon a soft light enveloped them. When the light faded, they found themselves in a meadow filled with wildflowers, and in the distance, the rabbit's family was hopping joyfully. "Thank you, thank you," the rabbit exclaimed, bounding off to reunite with its loved ones. Alara watched with a heart full of happiness, knowing she had made a difference. As the seasons changed, Alara continued her work, helping countless creatures find their way home. The forest thrived under her care, and the whispers of the trees grew louder, filled with gratitude and love. The guardian watched over her, proud of the kindness she spread. One day, as Alara sat beneath the glowing tree, she noticed a shadow approaching. It was a young boy, lost and frightened. "I can't find my way back to my village," he said, tears streaming down his cheeks. Alara knelt beside him, her heart aching for his fear. "Don't worry. You're safe here. I will help you find your way home." She took his hand and led him to the glowing tree. "Close your eyes and think of your village," she whispered. As the light enveloped them, the boy felt a sense of calm wash over him. When the light faded, they stood at the edge of the village, the familiar sights and sounds bringing a smile to his face. "Thank you," he shouted, running towards his home. Alara watched him go, her heart swelling with joy. She realized that the magic of the forest was not just in the glowing tree, but in the kindness and love she shared with others. The more she helped, the more the forest flourished, and the more she felt connected to every living being. As the years passed, Alara grew older, but her spirit remained as vibrant as ever. The whispering pines became a sanctuary for all who sought solace, and the stories of her kindness spread far and wide. People from neighboring villages would come to hear the whispers of the trees and to seek Alara's guidance. One day, as she sat beneath the glowing tree, she felt a gentle breeze caress her face. The guardian appeared before her, its presence warm and comforting. "You have done well, dear child," it said. "Your kindness has brought light to the forest and to the hearts of many. It is time for you to pass on your gift." Alara nodded, understanding the weight of the guardian's words. "I will continue to help others, just as you have taught me." With a smile, the guardian gifted her a small pouch filled with glowing acorns. "These will allow you to share the magic of the whispering pines with others. Plant them wherever you go, and the spirit of kindness will flourish." As Alara took the pouch, she felt a surge of warmth and love. She knew that her journey was far from over. With a heart full of gratitude, she promised to carry the magic of the forest with her, spreading kindness wherever she went. And so, The story of Alara and the Whispering Pines became a cherished tale in Eldergrove. Agnes, with her gentle voice, would tell it to the children gathered at her feet, reminding them of the importance of kindness and the magic that lies within each of them. As the stars twinkled above, the children would drift off to sleep, their dreams filled with the whispers of the trees and the warmth of Alara's love. They learned that no act of kindness is too small, and that by helping others, they could create a ripple of joy that would echo through the ages. And in the heart of Eldergrove, the spirit of the Whispering Pines lived on, a reminder that kindness is the greatest magic of all. As Agnes finished her story, the children sighed contentedly, their eyes heavy with sleep. The night wrapped around them like a cozy blanket, and the gentle sounds of the village lulled them into a peaceful slumber. In their dreams, they wandered through the Whispering Pines, helping lost creatures find their way home, just like Alara. And so, the moral of the story lingered in the air, a soft whisper carried by the wind. In a world where you can be anything, be kind.